disclaimer. You need to wash your ass too. Cologne and ass just smells like ass.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cindy here, back with another video, and in today's video I have my awesome fiance DeAndre here with me. Today we will be going over our top 5 favorite fragrances for men for summer 2023. Take it over, babe.
So nowadays you're getting brands that are noticing, hey, if we take our men's fragrances and just market them as unisex, we're going to target women as well, since women, shop more than we do, typically.
And we like to shop for our men.
Yeah, allegedly. So, with some of these fragrances, they're marketed as unisex, but we both think, and most people think, that this is clearly a masculine fragrance. So without further ado, we're going to start. These are in no particular order, okay? So there is no, this is my number 5, down to this is my favorite. These are my favorites. So the first fragrance we're going to start with was the first fragrance I bought from this brand. This is from Nishane. Again, love this house. As far as my niche fragrances, I want to say they compete with Parfums de Marly as my favorite house. It's obvious when you look at my collection. This fragrance is called Hacivat from Nishane. Okay, if you haven't heard of this fragrance, you have heard of a fragrance that this often gets compared to. It gets compared to Creed Aventus, but I think this is the Aventus killer. I think this was the original Aventus killer. Smells really good. First thing you'll notice when it's sprayed is this pineapple up top. Everybody's going to talk about that pineapple once that's sprayed. It smells very, very good. Now, with the opening of this fragrance, yes, it's unisex with the opening, but the dry down is what is going to make this a more masculine leaning fragrance. This fragrance right here, it dries down to an oak mossy and woody base, which I don't know about y'all, but I don't want my woman smelling like oak moss and wood. That's not typically what women smell like. That's not what we want women to smell like typically. So this fragrance is probably my most worn fragrance in my collection. There's definitely a lot of room in here. I will typically spray this on, and I will always have a travel size atomizer of this. This does last. This will last you 8 hours. Definitely last you 8 hours. Fellas, if you don't have this in your collection, get this in your collection. Pay the price. Get the big bottle. You need this. You're going to get compliments from men. Pause. And you're going to get compliments from women. And you're going to get compliments from women. So this does project. You spray it 5-6 times, you will fill up a room with this fragrance, and nobody's gonna be mad. Yeah,
it opens up a little bit fresh, and then as it's drying down, it's getting a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And woody, like you said.
Yeah.
But I could still smell that pineapple.
That pineapple is just absolutely
It's really
dope.
good, y'all.
It's really, really,
it's real good.
Really good. So the next fragrance that we're gonna go to on this list is definitely a masculine fragrance, but this is fresh, icy, citrusy. Like if somebody were to ask me before I smelled this fragrance, hey, describe to me what icy smells like. Smells icy. Like, what kind of question is that? And then I smelled this fragrance. I was like, yo, I've never smelled a fragrance that smelled cold before. It smells cold. It doesn't make you feel cold. It just smells that way. And it is done to perfection. This is my favorite from the brand of Hermes. This one is called Terre de Hermes Eau Givree. Okay. This right here, it smells so icy. It is citrus. Imagine putting a grapefruit, which in this fragrance, that note is citron, which smells close to grapefruit. It's got juniper berries, which gives it that iciness vibe. This
That's
is
so good.
imagine putting grapefruit on ice. That's pretty much what it is. Grapefruits on ice.
Yep.
Hands down, perfect. This fragrance is it was made for the summer. You can be in the middle of Belize in July where it's hot as hell, and you throw this on, you automatically 20 degrees colder. Automatically 20 degrees.
Or at least you smell like
you
it.
smell like you're 20 degrees colder. You're still sweating your ass off. But this fragrance right here, I highly recommend this.
So good.
This was made for high heat situations. And most people want to wear freshies for high heat situations. This citrus right here, this is amazing. This is Terre hermes, knocked it out the park with this. I will spray the hell out of this. I love this. I love this. This does project a little bit. It does project a little bit, a couple feet, but it will last you probably 4 to 6 hours. It is a citrus and juniper berry fragrance, so I highly recommend you try this out. I don't think you'll lose with this.
And I don't even like grapefruit. I'm not a fan. Like, Dee has several other fragrances that contain grapefruit, and you could really smell that grapefruit in the opening. But this one though, it's so good. Like he said, it's done to perfection.
It is perfect.
Love
It is Terre hermes Eau Givree. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Highly recommended. Listen to me. I got on a black t-shirt. so you know, get that one. Okay. The next one on our list is kind of like a 2-for-1. Not kinda. It is a 2-for-1 because they're from the same house, and you can't go wrong with either one of them. Okay. This house is it's an opulent house. It is a fragrance house that it makes fragrances for a specific niche of people. Basically, you gotta have money to wear these fragrances. Like that's pretty much what they smell like. They smell like you got money. That's what his fragrances smell like. Roja Dove is the creator of these fragrances. Very high quality house.
Is the price tag high too?
The price tag on his fragrances are high. These are some on the lower end compared to his fragrances. On the higher end compared to everybody else, but on the lower end compared to his fragrances. His fragrances get up into, I think his most expensive fragrances, $3,500. That's his most expensive.
Okay.
And they smell like I said, you have money. You have a hedge fund manager. You have at least one Rolls Royce. You have somebody driving you around. But he is very good at what he does. And this fragrance that he created is amazing. Fellas, if you like fruity fragrances, if you like a really, really good fragrance, really awesome fragrance, I'm sure you guys have heard of this. It's called Elysium. And this is the Parfum Cologne version of Elysium. Okay. This is amazing. This is berries. This is another one that got compared to Creed Aventus. It smells nothing like Creed Aventus at all. I would choose this over Aventus. I love this. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm around guys, they like that. I've gotten more compliments from guys wearing that.
So good.
Guys want to see themselves in that fragrance. That's a really good fragrance right there. Smells really, really good. This is an everyday fragrance. This is definitely an everyday fragrance. Highly recommend this. I don't think anybody has disliked this fragrance. The bottle is beautiful. You can fill the bottle.
It might be an everyday fragrance, but I could see a man in a suit wearing this. I could see a man on a yacht wearing this.
Yeah.
This is just amazing.
Roja does very well with his fragrances. Then this is the 2-for-1 special that you guys are getting right now because he also made the Parfum version of it. Okay. They smell very similar. This is what we call a flanker, meaning he took the original fragrance and made a flanker to it. So they smell very similar, but this one is smoother. This one is This one is definitely smoother. The Parfum Pour Homme version. This is smoother in my eyes. Definitely smoother. I would choose that for a summer date night. Definitely the Parfum over the Parfum Cologne. The Parfum Cologne in the blue bottle, that's every day. The Parfum, I would definitely summer nights. I think it would be perfect because it's smoother. It's well rounded. It's more. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's more well rounded.
Crisp. It's a little stronger.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
But apart from it being stronger, I can't tell much of a difference.
They are very, very
good.
similar. Very, very similar. If you've got one, you don't need the other.
Mm-hmm.
But and one does the Parfum version. This one is the pricier one. Okay, that one's pricier, but
you could get away with just having that.
You can get away with. You can just have that one, or you can just have the blue one. If we're talking about a cash thing, get the blue one.
Mm-hmm. And it smells almost exactly the same. Is that crazy? Almost exactly the same.
No, that's not crazy. They do. Except, like I said, the one that just smells a little smoother.
Yeah.
It's somebody spent more time with that one. So I think Roja did a great job. I haven't been disappointed with his fragrances. His fragrances, though, I would say get the decant. Start with the decant with his fragrances, definitely. You're not going to find his fragrances at a regular department store. Neiman Marcus. That's where you're going to find them. Pretty much. I mean, if you're out and about and if you're looking to go into a store to find his fragrances, you got to go to Neiman Marcus for his fragrances. And you will be blown away. The presentation, absolutely outstanding. His other fragrances are absolutely outstanding. His fragrances, he doesn't make fragrances for young people at all. Let's just put it that way. His crowd, for the most part,
sophisticated.
Yeah, this is what he makes his fragrances for is a sophisticated group of people. People that enjoy luxury. That's pretty much what his fragrances are. So most of his fragrances are going to be for a crowd 40 and up, 45 and up. Elysium is for that younger crowd. You know, he expanded his horizons and he came down and was like, hey, let's get something for the younger folks. And that works for everybody. It's a hit.
It's real good.
It's a hit. I love that fragrance. I will never get rid of that fragrance. I will fight somebody if they try to steal that fragrance. That's another one I walk around with a travel atomizer of when I do decide to wear it that day. That might be my Senator day tomorrow. But love that one. Again, that's Elysium by Roja Dove. The next one on my list is, this was my first niche fragrance. And I paid full price for this. I didn't know no better. I didn't know any better. This one, to me, screams summertime. But it screams summertime luxury. It screams summertime fun.
I was just going to say that from the looks of the bottle, you would not think that this is a summertime fragrance.
No. But this is the way I would say this fragrance is for, fellas. This is for you're trying to impress somebody. Like you are dressed to the nines. You got your nice little linen suit on or your seersucker on, and you're going to go get on a yacht. You are going to a nice little function where you want to stand out a little bit. This fragrance, I don't think everybody's going to be wearing this fragrance because it's not the most popular from the house. Okay. I don't think it's top 3 in the house as far as the masses. For me, it's top 3 in the house. You've heard of other fragrances from this house. You've heard of Creed Aventus. You may have heard of Green Irish Tweed. But this one right here is called Millesime Imperial. This is probably one of the best looking bottles in my collection. People see this bottle and they're like, damn, what is that? They go straight for this bottle. This is a very... I remember the first time I wore this around Cindy. She was like, you smell expensive. Creed fragrances are not cheap. But you can find them on discounters. Absolutely. It's got people rave about this watermelon note. It's water. It's got that watermelon note, that kind of fruity vibe. It's aquatic.
Oh, wow.
It's a little salty. This is
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. Love this. This was my first niche fragrance, and this is what opened me up to a whole nother world. We're used to seeing the designer fragrances in your regular department stores. You know, you're going to see your Coach fragrances.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see your Pradas in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see, you might see a Tom Ford or two.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be your upper end. But I didn't know what Creed was. I had no idea who they were. Well, this is one of the most popular niche houses. They've been doing it for a while. And like I said, you may have heard of Aventus. You may have heard of Green Irish Tweed. Green Irish Tweed, if you haven't smelled that, smells like Cool Water. Davidoff Cool Water. Everybody and their mom has smelled Cool Water cologne before. But it's it's timeless. They make fragrances basically for everyday wear. These are for everyday wear. They're really good at it. So most of their fragrances are going to be fresh, have a fresh profile to them. They're made to be worn to work. They're made to be worn around, and they're inoffensive. The fragrance, this is great, fellas. If you get this, overspray this one. It does not last long.
Okay.
Fair warning. This does not last long. This is the biggest complaint that people will have about Millesime Imperial, is that it does not last long. People do not like that because they feel like, hey, full price, I'm paying $400.
Mm-hmm.
I want this again. I want to do backflips. I wanted to get the girl's number for me. I just should be able to walk past the girl and she just be like, hey, my number is 724. Like this is. I want that to happen. So
it smells good enough to get you that type of attention, though.
Yeah. Yes. I have. Every time I've worn this, I got a compliment. Every time. Even if I'm sitting by myself in my place, I compliment myself.
Oh.
Damn, I smell good. Damn, I smell good. Like, goodness gracious. And then after like 3 hours, I re-up on it. Like this is that type of fragrance. The bottle, the presentation, awesome. Man, Millesime Imperial by Creed. If you ain't smelled it, if you ain't got it, get it. If you don't know about the House of Creed, sample. Definitely sample that house. Definitely. I think I got to smell it again.
It smells so good.
Damn. That smells really good. Really, really good. So, damn. Millesime Imperial. All right.
If you got it, get it.
Get it. So the last fragrance on this list of top 5 men's fragrances for summer 2023. This one, you don't hear many people talking about this. I like watching some fragrance reviewers, and not too many of them talk about this one. Now, this house is actually a very popular niche house. You've heard, everybody should have by now. If you're talking about fragrances, you should have heard about Leighton. Okay, should have heard about that fragrance, and that fragrance is absolutely fantastic. Okay,
For the woman watching my channel, Delina.
Yeah, Delina is another one that you've heard of if you're a lady. But this house is absolutely amazing. I have not been disappointed by any of the fragrances from this house. This house is known for power, performance, projection, awesome scents, sillage on point. I mean, it's just amazing. This fragrance house is just probably, in my opinion, might be the best niche house because you can't go wrong. Everybody gonna find something in this house. You gonna find at least 3 or 4 fragrances that you rock with in this house. Everybody. If you're basic, you're gonna find something from this house. But this one is my top one from the house for summer. This one is called Parfums de Marly, Galloway. This one right here. It's in this beautiful white bottle, opaque white bottle. You don't hear a lot about this, but this is a masculine fragrance. This is for grown ass men. This ain't for little kids. This is for grown ass men. This is The way that I described it when I first smelled it was, this is a freshie for grown-ass men. This is not for your 17, 18-year-old. This is for 25 and up, 30 and up. Okay, this one right here, it's not your typical, I wouldn't call it your typical summer fragrance. It's not your typical freshie because it has some pepper in it. Okay. It's peppery, it's fresh. It has a little bit of citrus in it, but at the very end is going to dry down with some musk and some sandalwood. But this is a different type of freshness that you're gonna. It's not that dryer sheet, clean linen freshness. This is like aromatic. It's got a little spice with that pepper. It is beautiful. I think as a man, you need to give this a try. You're gonna hear, like I said, from that house as far as
especially summer date nights.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So good.
I would definitely. I highly recommend that, and I've had that for a month. I've worn it 3 times. Had that for a month. It's been getting burned. Some days I might come home, chill for the rest of the night just with that. This gets burned. I love Galloway. I think it has gone up to one of my favorite freshies, period. Like throughout the year, doesn't matter. I'm gonna rock this throughout the year. One of my favorite freshies. This is highly slept on, and with the House of Parfums de Marly, it's very easy to say that a fragrance is slept on because they got so many bangers. They have so many bangers in the house. Like I said, they've got latent exclusive. As far as for men, we're just talking about for the men's fragrances, latent exclusive. They've got people like Pegasus exclusive. You've got my personal favorite from the house is Wajan. You've just got bangers in this house. They just keep coming out with it's like, come on, bruh, stop. You know, I gotta pay rent. I got bills to pay. I gotta put gas in a whip. I just this brand, when they say, "Hey, you hear about that Parfums de Marly?" Don't tell me about to do Parfums de Marly. Don't tell me about this because I want it. Like this is, I've got 9 from Parfums de Marly. I need to stop. So Parfums de Marly is my Tom Ford niche. Tom Ford, designer, hands down. That's my favorite designer. As far as niche, might be Parfums de Marly. It's and Nishane.
That Nishane, though, I was about to say.
Nishane is
runner
right
up,
there. Yeah. So if you can, when you go to the department stores and they have Parfums de Marly, ask for Galloway and the white bottle.
Honestly, I think that from this list that you put together today, the ladies cannot go wrong. If you're looking to get a gift for your man, his birthday's coming up, an anniversary, something like that, from this list, I personally think that you cannot go wrong with the Creed. You cannot go wrong with the Elysium, and you cannot go wrong with the Parfums de Marly.
Yeah. Yes.
Smell so good. Like, this is what you want your man to smell like. Hands down.
Yes.
All summer. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give us a great big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Do it now. Thank y'all. Can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye. They're both good.
Yeah. Completely different too.
This.
Greenly or Sedley. I thought you were just going to take the extension cord.
There wasn't an extension cord.
Yeah, it's brown. Also, disclaimer, you need to wash your ass too. Okay? you need to take a shower as well. That is very important. Take a shower, okay, before throwing these on. Like my dude, Big Beard Business says, cologne and ass just smells like ass. So you got to shower too.